It's great to be here. This is a tour de force of individuals in the field, and I'm happy to just shed some light on some of the funding opportunities that NIDA has with respect to promoting neuromodulation research. So I'm happy to present some of our guidance and where we see the vision of neuromodulation. So my name is Will Aklin. I'm chief of the Clinical Research Grants Branch in the Division of Therapeutics and Medical Consequences at NIDA. Our digital therapeutics and now devices and therapeutic devices, our overarching goal is to develop safe and effective treatments, full stop. So that spans medications development all the way through therapeutic device. So we have three specific goals. The first is safety and efficacy of new therapeutics and all the way through FDA regulatory path. So that includes authorization and clearance. With respect to our programmatic goals, there are several, and many of the devices that we fund, and I'll talk a little bit about the pipeline that we have currently, is to focus on substance use disorder endpoints. And we have 5 priorities. Treat the symptoms and functions are highest priorities for patients. Focusing on therapeutic devices that have high response rates and to be able to translate these devices clinically. And so that focuses on duration of effects as well as generalizability to real-life patients. So that really undergirds what we have as our vision for neuromodulation devices. We have a flagship funding opportunity that really guides all of our efforts, and it is a phased award. This is a UG3, UH3 mechanism that the first 2 years focuses on several of these items. I won't go through each of them, but just as an example, a project might include target engagement for the first 2 years of a project, targeting a specific aspect of the brain. How does that indicate selectivity, potential mechanism of action? How do we manipulate target engagement, for example? If you show adequate representation in terms of reaching the milestones of the UG3 phase, it moves on to the UH3 phase, which is generally speaking a test of efficacy. So it's target engagement, looking into functional outcomes. This funding mechanism has been very successful. We've been really moving forward, trying to get devices to the next stage of FDA authorization. And so if you have ideas, this is our flagship funding opportunity announcement that support many of our efforts to date. And I'll talk a little bit about our pipeline. We have another effort, and that is led by my colleague and team member, Dr. Tanya Ramey, who developed this concept to focus on combined neuromodulation and behavioral treatments, algorithms for patients with polysubstance use. And so this is a sampling of the type of areas that are covered under this funding opportunity announcement. The due date is in November, so we hope that you have ideas and concepts to come in and support your research in this effort. So focus on individuals with poor clinical outcomes, co-use, multiple relapses. These are patients who are treatment refractory. We want to really ensure that we are reaching the patients who are hard to reach. We're providing clinical care to those who need it most. I won't get into much about the program, only to say that we have about 23 projects on neuromodulation, including DBS, TDCS, low intensity focused ultrasound, and some of the scope of our work really focuses on safety and efficacy, target engagement, understanding how the devices work, mechanisms of action. So all of these types of research really span the scope of what we're supporting and what we're interested in promoting. So of the 23 projects, this is a kind of panoramic view of our pipeline. So we have preclinical all the way through pivotal trials. We don't have enough time to go into each of these in any detail, but I just wanted to really show the span of what we cover. So from preclinical, feasibility, efficacy, and pivotal trials. So just to take a kind of closer view, I won't go into each of these in details. I just wanted to highlight several for you today. TMS for cocaine use disorder. This is a project that came in response to the UG3, UH3. So that's one project that I just wanted to highlight. Another is low-intensity focused ultrasound for cocaine use disorder. This one is focusing specifically on the insula. I have another project that I just want to pull out for you is low-intensity focused ultrasound for opiate use disorder, focusing on the nucleus accumbens. This stemmed from a study on deep brain stimulation and now focusing on low-intensity focused ultrasound, targeting the nucleus accumbens as well. The bridge device for opioid use disorder, this specific trial is a pivotal trial. The original study was an open label trial. This study is looking at it in comparison to a sham as well as lofexidine group. So there's an adequate comparators there. And then TMS for nicotine and tobacco use disorder, Zingbao Li, another study that we've funded. So this is kind of, again, what we have. I didn't want to go through each of the projects due to time, but I just wanted to really give this a nice panoramic view of what we have for support. I also, germane to this group here, NIDA and DTMC, we have a regulatory affairs group. So if you're thinking about a device and wanting to move that through the regulatory pathway, we have a group, a team within the branches of DTMC to focus on the regulatory aspects of devices. In ways in which NIDA can help, we provide free consultation and advice on the regulatory components to all of our grantees. We provide regulatory strategies and technical assistance for filing any of the marketing approvals and as well as investigational applications. So in closing, NIDA and DTMC is fully committed to growing our portfolio in this space of therapeutic devices to treat substance use disorder. We have a partnership through a memorandum of understanding with the FDA to focus on accelerating these types of technologies to really add to our armamentarium of substance use disorder treatments. And the pipeline that I showed today can be found on our DTMC website. We update it continuously, so if you want to get a sense of what we're funding, how your project might fit within that scope, please take a look at our pipeline, reach out to myself or any of my colleagues, and we'll be more than happy to partner with you and support that type of research. So with that, I just want to thank everyone for your time, and I look forward to speaking with many of you today. Thank you very much.